Thanks a million for joining me, Nazish. It's really good of you to
Thank
come on
you.
and share your story. You must be
Yeah,
delighted. You
sure.
must be delighted with yourself.
Too much.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Great. So first of all, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm from India and I'm in this country in the UAE for last 13 years. Uh, Started working back in India, like I'm an MBA in marketing and I have started my career with sales and then moved to credit control. And currently I'm working as assistant collections manager in one of the Oman-based company here. It's been like almost 5 years I'm with the company. So, and I'm married. I have a child who is 7 years. My husband is a banker. And I hail from a background which is all about, education. They all are either professors or teachers
Oh,
like
really?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mostly people are from maths
did
background.
do you use English for your work?
Yes, in fact, I have studied like throughout in an English medium school. It was a convent school, and though not much English was used in the initial days, there like in my primary school, but then later we started grasping English and started talking, conversing in English. But then after my primary, everything was completely in English, writing, reading, speaking, everything. Even we used to get punished if we don't speak in English in school.
That's good motivation
Yeah.
for sure. So
Yes.
your English must have been quite strong before you started your IELTS journey.
Yes, like over the years, I have learned a lot, especially when I have started working. That was really a learning experience because, when I came to this country, this is a cosmopolitan country. So, we have people from all over the world, and English is the main language. Though, like, I'm in this country for 13 years, I still don't understand Arabic, but
Ah, I see.
we all converse in English, so it's much easy for me. And then over a period of time, when I started meeting people, I've learned a lot. Many other things I learned in English. So
And
that's how it goes.
can you just tell us about your journey? So, like, why did you need to take the test? What scores did you need, and what scores did you get?
Actually, if I talk about, I have given TOEFL some 13, 14 years back because I wanted to study in the UK.
I see.
There was an actuarial studies. So I couldn't go because of financial issues. Like my dad said, you are already an MBA, so I'm not going to pay any more to you.
I got it.
So
Right.
that's how things have ended, and I couldn't go despite I got the admission and some 40% scholarship there. But when I came here, few of my uncles are in Canada. So when I came in Dubai, they told me to now try for Canada. I did not pay much attention then. Like I was young and I was starting my career and all. But then some 10 years back, I decided. But then my husband wasn't ready. He was like he doesn't want to go that far, and he's like, no, Dubai is best, UAE is best. But of late, the market situation is not really good here. So then we decided, like he only said, okay, Nazish, let's plan for Canada. So that's how things started
And how long?
last November.
Last November. Okay.
Yeah, last November. And you won't believe I gave my, we thought in September and we thought to prepare, and both of us decided to give the test in like November. I have decided to give on 10th November, and he has decided to give it on 1st November. And you won't believe I was so overwhelmed. Uh, my like there was an issue in the headset in the middle of the listening test, and I had to literally complain, and I did not get any result for that because they said, okay, we'll offer you another chance with the same payment. So I gave it on 1st December again. I was like, I was able to get my marks in listening. Speaking was always 8, listening was 8, 8.5, and reading was, yes, like of all my attempts, twice I got 7, and once I got 6.5. So thrice before joining Chris, I have already given the test, and if I consider that 10th November, it's actually 4 times I have given
Right.
before joining you guys.
And I presume you're going to Canada, so you're doing general, and you needed 8777.
Yes,
S-
exactly.
So it was really your biggest struggle was with writing
Yes,
in that
because
case.
what happened, writing, I was first I got 6, and then I got 6.5. So I thought maybe next time I'll be able to get 7. Like I was assuming this, but then I was not pretty sure, and then I had the option of joining Chris, and I had the option of joining British Council also. So I have decided to go for British Council. I don't know if I need to mention this here or no, but then yes, I decided to go for British Council, considering that the teachers will be more approachable. Like I can go to them and I can talk to them, and I can attend the classes face to face, because I have never studied in any online courses. It was always a full time classroom course. So that was my presumption, and when I went there, they checked my results, and they have considered my English as intermediate, and they said gave me an idea that 4.5, 5.5 kind of a score, they said. I did not take it seriously, and I thought maybe this is, even like when you sell insurance, we never show the profits, like the percentages on a high. We always say 7% or 8% of growth.
Okay.
So I thought maybe they are saying like that, and I said, okay, it's just a matter of 6.5 to 7. I'm sure I'll be able to do it with the help. But you won't believe, after doing the British Council course for 30 hours, um, I my next test I got 5.5 in English writing, and that was really devastating for me. I was too frustrated, and I told my husband I'm not going to give anything. My husband is really good in English, actually. uh, his vocab and everything, he is he is kind of bookworm, so he knows
So
a lot, but my case was different.
so eventually you figured out what mistakes you were making and what you were doing wrong. Can you just tell us like what were the key things you were doing wrong in writing, and how did you overcome those problems once you discovered what they were?
See, first of all, Michael, I was not having any idea about the structures, like what kind of questions will be getting, and how I have to structure the questions. Though I have seen one of the Chris's email, wherein he, I think in the month of November or October, I don't remember. There was a 5 day, he was giving a free kind of lecture. He was telling free, like how to go with the writing things. So I have taken that, and especially the last one, when he was telling the conclusion, that very day I was having the test. So I couldn't know how to do the conclusion, but that was when I have given the 6. I've got the 6 in writing, but what happened, I was never practicing. First thing, I was never practicing any of the writing, because I was so sure that writing I'll be able to do, because all my life I was writing essays and unseen passages and all those. And yes, reading also, like I used to read a lot, and I see a lot of examples, things. So, but I did not practice anything. Maybe you can say, I was overconfident for that. And
Not necessarily
then
overconfident though, because like there are two aspects, which is the language skill and the exam skills, and
also,
not
yes,
not recognizing that they were different things, I think, would be more the issue than you were overconfident. Just
possible,
not understanding
possible.
that there were two aspects to the test.
Yes, and despite many of our friends has told us, at least write a essay every day to have a practice in writing in time and all, but no one has told me about the structure of the essay, and that's what something I was lagging. And when I joined Chris, and I sent, I think I told you this. I got 5.5 in my first writing correction, and I was like, Nazish, no, now nothing can happen. It's better you leave and go. And that's what my husband told me. Nazish, you go, enjoy your life for some time, come back, and then start afresh. So that was something. I went for 10-day holiday. Actually, 15 days. I
Yeah,
went to my parents also.
just get away from it.
Yes, I really
Yeah.
wanted to get away from all this.
I think the thing is as well, like I know a lot of students when they get their first essay corrected, they automatically want to get the score that they need. But the reality is, if you haven't been getting the score before, you need to learn what your mistakes are, and like what did you do? So when you came back from your little break and you decided you were ready to start again, like what did you do with the feedback that you got to help you improve?
I think I read that essay of mine with the correction almost 10 times, the corrected one. And I was trying to figure out, what is the issue? What is the issue? Though grammar was the issue, but grammar was not actually the issue. It was the language errors.
Hmm.
It was kind of something I start writing in present, and then I go to the past, or something I am writing as people altogether, like the plural form, and then I start writing into singular, like he or she.
I see.
So such kind of mistakes I have realized, and then to boost my confidence, I decided to send the next correction as the task 1 letter instead of task 2. So I was lucky. I got 7 in task 1 in that correction, and there I had the confidence. No, Nazish, you can do it. You can do it now. So that's how things have changed.
And were you very confident going into your most recent test?
I was not confident, but I wanted to take a chance seriously.
Hmm.
And I was giving this test after 3 months. So again, that overwhelmness was there. And you won't believe, I in my listening test, somehow my mind got deviated, and I again thought of writing in the listening. And I missed few questions. That's what somehow the educational guest thing of Chris and you guys have told before came into picture, and I did some educational guess. I would have got maybe 8.5, but because of this I got only 8 in listening. But anyways, I am okay.
You
I'm
still
through.
got
That's more
you
important.
still got more than you needed. So can you just
Yeah.
tell us what you got in each band? So for listening, reading, writing,
Um,
and speaking,
Listening, I got 8. Speaking, I got 8. And reading, I got 7.5. And writing, I got 7.
overall 7.5.
Yes, yes.
Great. So just one last question for you, Nazesh. Can you just imagine back to last November, and
Mm-hmm.
if you could give yourself some advice back then, if you could send some advice into the past, what advice would you give yourself um, last November when you were just starting your IELTS journey?
Okay, that ways I would say never lose hope. And no doubt confidence is very important, but then strategy is equally important. And it's very important to to read a lot. And for examples, like even in writing, you don't get to able to understand what examples you should quote. Even you can build up the examples, but then I would say there are few FB pages which I was constantly following, like Brute India, The Better India, and there's one Nas Delhi. I think these three has made me learn a lot of about the whole world, what is happening and where the best examples can be quoted. So if you have like those are the visuals basically, and it's a human tendency. Visuals are more easily recalled when you write something instead of when you have read something. So that was the added advantage, and I would say one should go and see, especially the Brute India and the Nas Daily. These are like the Nas Daily is 1 minute videos. This guy goes to different countries, to different places, and he gives the back stage about what is there, what persons are doing, about recycling, about threat, about poverty, many things.
But all
So
all
that
similar topics to
yes, yes,
what you're gonna
yes,
see in the
yes,
test.
yes.
Good.
And he gives it so nicely that you will even enjoy watching that, and you will even prefer writing and quoting that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nazish, thanks a million for coming on. Thanks for sharing your story. And most of all, congratulations on getting the scores you needed. It's
Thank
brilliant.
you so
You must
much.
be delighted
And
with
thank you
yourself.
to you guys, the whole team, for helping me out and
No
supporting
problem.
me throughout.
No problem whatsoever. It's a pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Take care of
Thank
yourself.
you.
Bye bye, Nazish.
Take care. Bye.